Okay, so I'm on my way to Mount Wilson, going up the 2 freeway. Probably going to stop off at a station, get something to drink, something to eat. Should be interesting. I just stopped at a gas station, got some gas, and something to drink, and some peanuts. Oh. Head on up the hill now. Talked to the attendant there. He says it's been really busy today. He didn't even have time to take a break. I had to give him a $100 bill. He says, "Oh, that's fine. I got plenty of change." So, buying a lot of Forest Adventure passes. I guess it's always good that they sell those. A lot of tourists up here. I'll run into some people up here that just don't know how to drive these mountains very well. Drive really slow and careful. I'm just not used to it. And I get stuck behind them. Kind of sucks. Finally going into the mountains. Coming up on Switzer Canyon, I think it is. At least it's a day use area. I drove by here earlier today. It was pretty packed. There were cars all along the side of the road here. Looks like most of them have left. Someone was getting towed. I guess they had to call AAA all the way up here. It was pretty crazy. I had to drive slow through here, but it's cleared up quite a bit. So hopefully Mount Wilson will be cleared up too. Okay, here's a red box. Mount Wilson turnoff. This is pretty crowded too. Right now. Whoa. Damn. I hope it did not do anything to my fuel tank. I'll probably have to pull over and check that out. I was driving a Honda Civic up here one time. I was letting my friend drive, and he ran over a rock and punctured my fuel tank. So I'm going to stop right here and check out underneath, see if anything happened. So the rock I just ran over, it didn't puncture anything, fortunately, but it left it chocked the front suspension. I can see where it hit, but it doesn't look like it did any damage. So I just don't need a repeat of the last time I went through that. I had a punctured tank for almost the life of the whole life of the Civic. I plugged it with some stuff, but I never got around to replacing the tank, and I just wound up selling the car because it got so trashed. There's nobody here. Usually there's cars parked all over the place. They all went home. I've been coming up here since, I remember coming up here when I was an infant. hanging out at the Skyline Cafe. That's closed off right now because it's only open till 5 on the weekends, I think. Some nice views over there too. Still trying to get the hang of this selfie stick. Oh, found another camera. I had to install a third-party video app because the one that's built into the phone doesn't work very well. It keeps wanting to use the local memory. I don't have much of that because all my apps are installed there. And so I installed this one because it lets me use my SD card, and I've got a lot more memory on there. I can do longer videos. It's actually pretty nice. It's called Open Video or Open Camera. It's really small, has a lot of features. It lets me use both cameras. Unfortunately, it doesn't let me switch in the middle of a video. I wish they had that capability. Anyway, here's the end of the road here. Well, startled myself. I thought that thing right there was a snake, but it's not. These rocks amidst the sunlight look promising. I think I'll go there. Stairs. Huh. Stairs. And a gate. What do you think? Maybe this went down to the road, or maybe there's another structure down there. Some fans keeping that stuff cool. It'd be interesting having a job in a place like this. I wonder if they have cots if you got to spend the night. Warning. Radio frequency fields at this site exceed the FCC rules for human exposure. Nice window there. Probably an office. What could they possibly need offices here for? I mean, I know they need them, obviously. Administration. I'm just curious what they administer. It's hazy. It's really great to come up here right after a rain or a hard wind, especially after a rain. And you can see all the way to Catalina Island. Post office. Wonder if it's open. Yep, it's open. Even got P.O. boxes in here. Used to be able to go back there, I thought. Maybe not, I can't remember now. Register to loot. Stamps delivered to your mailbox. It's pretty interesting. They have P.O. boxes here. It's weird. I wonder when this place is actually open. Yep. Well, unfortunately, the view really blows right now. It's funny, I was just talking to my dad the other day, telling how much the smog has actually improved in LA, and it actually has. You don't really smell it like you used to. When I was young, I could smell it some days. I'm going to see if I can set up the zoom on this thing. Okay, well, I found the digital zoom. Trying to zoom in on that radio antenna on the other hill over there. But it's just digital, so it's not very clear. I had my Honda Civic. I used to come up here and park right here, Weather Vane Drive, and that's why I park right there because I could park just past it. There's another camera. Oh, and I had a CB, and I talked to people over in South Glendale, and occasionally I'd get a guy on Catalina Island. That's a good, like, 35 miles out or more. I think it's 25 miles from the coast to Catalina, to Avalon anyway. And I'm about another 10, 20 miles inland to Mount Wilson. I don't know, as the crow flies, maybe 10. I'm not sure. For some reason, in the past few years, I have developed something of a fear of heights. I mean, not entirely. Oh, more cameras. One there. One there. And just, I don't know, maybe it had something to do with some of those YouTube videos where those guys climb all the way to the top of those towers over in Indonesia or wherever. China. Just kind of hang off the edge. Looked at that and I just got queasy. Potable water? Is that what that says? Oh, unpotable water. Yeah. It says 60 degrees. Thereabouts. What kind of antenna that is? Got like 8 air conditioners, more guests. We got here Mount Wilson Circle and Video Road. Hasn't been much rain or wind. Problem with Los Angeles is it's got a mountain range to its back, and the wind blows in from the coast, pushes all the smog up against the mountains. Okay, Mount Wilson Observatory Skyline Park, under permit from Angeles National Forest. Sold a Cosmic Cafe. Oh, it's Cosmic Cafe. Haramokanda Culture Center. I don't know where that's at. Closed. Snow and icy days. Should get a souvenir pine cone on the way home. Okay. I'm gonna start the walk back to the car. I don't know exactly how this is gonna turn out. It's pretty dark right now. Watched a couple of the videos I made so far. Noticed a couple of problems. There was this incessant clacking on the camera. It's the plug, that's the selfie plug, which actually doesn't seem to work on my phone for some reason. Probably I don't have it configured or something. Also, I noticed a couple of times I started speaking really quietly. That's because there were people around, and I didn't want to talk too loud. But anyway, I'm gonna do a quick drive around the hilltop here. Low light, this camera doesn't work really well. The frame rate drops pretty bad. It's a pretty cheap phone, actually. I got it with the service. I think I paid $50 for it. You know, I don't even think I needed a contract. No, I don't think I needed a contract. Just because I bought the service, I got the phone for $50. But anyway. Turn this way, see if you can get some view of the city. Not very good. Some lights down there. Camera's trying to autofocus. I can't do anything. I got some people here. It's a nice view, though.